La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Before I became Muslim, I didn't believe any gods. For me, God didn't matter. I didn't trust any God before I became Muslim.
How beautiful it is the way Allah gives someone hidayah, even to whom do not believe in God. This is not just a figment of a story, but a real-life story of Yuta Koinuma. In his home country, Japan, Yusha did not know anything about God. Yusha had not even believed that God existed. For 29 years of his life, nobody explained to him the concept of God and religion.
Before I became Muslim, I didn't believe any gods. In Japan, we celebrate all celebrations like Christmas, New Year, anything. Basically, Japanese religion is a kind of Shinto Buddhism. But actually, we don't believe any God. For me, God didn't matter.
Never crossed in Yusa's mind that in the end he would become a Muslim and love Islam earnestly. His story began in 2018 when he visited Morocco.
When I reached in Morocco, heard some beautiful sound in taxi. So I asked the driver, "What is this song?" Taxi driver said, "It's Quran." That time I felt, what a beautiful. It's not song, but it's not poem, something different. And I felt it's so beautiful and I want to learn about this. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Allah's words through Al-Quran were very touching of his heart and soul. The beautiful Al-Quran recital kept him strong as a Muslim. The prejudice toward Islam was suddenly gone the moment he heard a mesmerizing Al-Quran verse.
Before I traveled in Japan, Islam was scared because of some media saying, "Oh, Islam do terrorism," or "Islam not good, scary." That's why we felt Islam is not good religion. We scared. But I saw in the world, I saw Islam as well, and I felt it's totally different what we learned in Japan. I felt Islam is more peace and Muslims very kind. When I traveling, so many Muslims help me. Yeah, in Turkey as well, and Morocco, South Africa, of course Indonesia. So my feeling was changed when I traveled.
Shortly after converting to Islam, Yusha announced it to his family. Impulsively, Yusha not only told them that he is a Muslim, but he also changed his attitude and manner according to Islam.
Family knew I stayed in Morocco. No, Morocco is 99% of Muslims. They keep in touch with me very normal because me myself changed because of Islam. Before I couldn't talk with family nicely. Some Japanese stress, culture stress I had. So I couldn't talk with family, but when I start traveling and when I reach Morocco, when I became Muslim, I start to conversation with family. And Islam also teach the take care family. So I realized that take caring of family is important. Then I talk with my family about these kind of things. Take caring family, be kind to people. So family watch me how I changed. Before I couldn't talk with family, but now I talk with family. Yeah, in work, oh no, in a week, one time, two time I call to family. And my mother glad with this. Yeah, because my father felt sadness because I didn't talk with my mother. But when I became Muslim and I start to talk with my mother felt very happy. And she asked about Islam. Why are you changed like this? Then I said, oh, Islam changed me like this. So family now they accept what I accept. So my mother, alhamdulillah, became Muslimah, and my grandfather also became Muslim. Inshallah, my father, my brother will accept it.
Yusha is completely sure about his life choice. He is not only newly Muslim, but he also does da'wah. His da'wah touched many people. Yusha also met some of his close family and friends converted to Islam. 4 years as a Muslim, Yusha feels so much serenity in his heart and mind. On the top of that, Yusha is now studying to get a master's degree in Islamic studies at one of the universities in Jakarta. Yusha has been staying in Depok, West Java for 8 months with his wife Yumiko Umeda. Yusha and his wife got married 1 year ago. Yumiko is Indonesian who has a Japanese bloodline from her father's side. Yusha and Yumiko met when they both studied Islam in Japan. And now their love story continues in Indonesia.
Sometimes in midnight, some zikr, they doing zikr. Sometimes difficult to sleep. But I'm thinking in Japan there is no azan, no zikr, nothing. And Japan very difficult to live for Muslims. It's difficult to find place to pray. It's difficult to find eat food, halal food. So here, azan anytime I can listen azan. So I won't miss any salat. Yeah, Japan very hard to find the time to pray. Like a company doesn't have this system of like asr pray. They don't understand. So yeah, I feel safe and I feel peace when I heard about azan, some zikr. Also Fajr, I can wake up because zikr and azan I can hear.
私は私、あなたはあなたと
Yusha feels comfortable in Indonesia because here he gets so many convenient things as a Muslim. Yusha is also amazed by how Indonesians are so nice and kind toward him.
Indonesian Muslims are easygoing. Japanese people make people hurry up, make rush, and Japanese company will give punishment if person late 1 minute. But here, Muslims, everyone easygoing, and they won't criticize. They not so much judge other people. Okay, Muslim, okay, Christian, okay, Buddhism, okay, let it be. So I feel here easy to live, more space. I have my space, and people give to people space. Not so difficult to live here. In Morocco, sometimes they talk loud. They very strict Muslim. Oh, this is not good. This is bad. Sometimes they criticize people, and sometimes they cheat. Okay, people, there are not kind of that people. There are. So yeah, here are more easygoing people.
Yusha feels so grateful that Allah always gives him the facilities to learn more about Islam easily. Some differences in practicing Islam compared to Muslim countries he had visited.
Sometimes I confuse, but we can choose or we can decide how I do Islam and what we believe. So we have space. Islam don't make it tight to how to believe. It left so many ways to believe. And I think people can believe how they want to believe. So sometimes, yes, I confuse some difference of how to pray, how to believe, and I go like a middle way of this. I found my how to believe to Islam.
In the middle of his master degree study, sometimes Yusha makes some nasheed songs. Through nasheed, Yusha hopes it will be easier to introduce Islam to more people.
I was musician. Then I was writing songs in Japan. Doing some writer. I was writer and songwriting also. Then I was looking for truth of this world. What is this world? Why I live? How we live? Where we go after die? What will happen? And I try to write lyrics, song, kind of like this feeling. Then I found Islam. I lost what I wanted to say because Quran said everything written in Quran. So I was very shocked and feel satisfied. So many Japanese misunderstanding about Islam. So that time I felt I want to explain about Islam more nicely of my way. I can play music, I can sing, and there is nasheed, I can give message. That's why now I'm trying to make songs, nasheed.
To express his love for nasheed, he made some songs and did collaborate with Muslims in Japan. He also translated some of his nasheed songs into Japanese and uploaded them to his social media.
My purpose now is dawah, to Japan. And here there is base of Islam. And Japan doesn't have any basic of Islam. So I can afford to dawah. But I need also many helps. I need also many help from Muslims. I want Indonesian people to dawah Japan or to any countries, to non-Muslims. Yes, so sometimes come to Japan and just communication with Japanese nicely. And Japanese can realize, oh, Muslims is not so like danger or terrorist people. So image will change. So I want Muslims to become together and make dawah to Japan and non-Muslim countries.
Extraordinary month. That month is Ramadan. Same like all Muslims around the world, Yusha welcomes Ramadan with joy and delightfulness.
I'm so exciting now. Last year I spent Ramadan in Japan. That was hard time because I was working in the daytime. It's a little bit hard work, yeah, and it's difficult to find some halal food. So sometimes I couldn't do fasting because of some sickness, headache, or yeah, and taking medicine. So yeah, that was very hard. But now, Alhamdulillah, I can study in here and I have time to take Ramadan nicely, and I have halal food anywhere. I don't need to go food with car 1 hour. I don't need to do this. And Azan will come every time. I have place to pray. Alhamdulillah. This time I want to do Ramadan nicely, inshallah.
Yusha fully understands that everything he does in Ramadan will bring God deeds for him. That's why Yusha and his wife always try to strengthen their iman and do their ibadah double and even triple. In his daily life, Yusha also always try to do ibadah together with his wife. Yusha admits that there is no big difficulty to do fasting in Indonesia, even though Indonesia is famous for its heat.
Yes, very hot, but not so humidity. In Japan, summer, like 40 degrees and too much humidity. So it's very hard to spend there. And winter, very cold, minus. Okay, daytime becomes short, but too much cold, it's hard to spend. And I spent Ramadan in Morocco as well. Morocco also very, very hot, and very long time to do fasting, like around 18 hours. So I have explained about this. Here, 14 minutes, 15, I don't know, 14 hours, 15 hours maybe. And yeah, in the house, I don't feel too much hot, so it's good good temperature for me. Yeah.
But there is one thing he still cannot leave behind, his Japanese palate. Even though it is so easy to find halal food in Indonesia, but Yusha and his wife are still not used to Indonesian food yet. That's why they choose to cook their food to break the fasting and sahur.
Biasanya kami masak masakan Jepang seperti kare Jepang atau mie udon atau soba, kayak seperti mie gitu ya. Terus kadang masak masakan Indonesia juga yang sebisanya gitu.
Ramadan this year, Yusha will spend his time expressing more of his gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Raise me. When I traveling, Allah raised me to Islam. So I want to thank you for Allah to found about me. Yeah, I didn't believe any religion. Of course, Islam, I didn't believe. And I afraid about Islam. But when I traveling, yes, I start to feel some big existence. And Allah gave me some answer. So I want to thank you for Allah to raise me and give me this Quran and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and my wife, and I can study now. Yes, I want to thank you for Allah about this, and inshallah Allah will make easy to my way and make my family, my friends raise to Allah also. Inshallah, inshallah.
Yusha hopes to be protected until the end of his life. Allah always protects him and his faith in Islam. Furthermore, he prays to Allah for people who do not know about religion. He hopes they realize soon that God and religion is important in their lives.
Not so big, but around of me is non-Muslim. Like my family, my friend, like people I know, all non-Muslims. So I cannot say some big things, but I want people understand Islam nicely. Like my friends, my family, the people whom I know, I want they to agree Islam. I want they become Muslims and they will go to Jannah.
He never felt so happy for his life achievements, except now, being a Muslim. Thereby, Yusha will never forget to praise Allah every second, every heartbeat, and every breath.